Hello everyone, welcome to Dr. Rajkumar's Learning App. In this session, we are going to discuss about the formation of Indian National Congress and importance of INC sessions as well as moderates. Okay, and a little bit information about extremists. See, INC, Indian National Congress. Before this, reform movement happened, and India got introduction of the education system as well. Indians started getting educated, and they wanted to raise their concern over the agitation which made by the Britishers. So what they have done, many association came in the form of different region, but they wanted to come up with one political party which is representing India. That is the intention of creating Indian National Congress in the year of 1885. So exactly our Indian national movement in the modern history starts from here only, INC. Okay, so which was formed when the 72 delegates from all presidencies in India and the provinces of India, they met at Bombay from 28th to 30th December in the year of 1885, that is first Congress session. Alan Octavian Hume, A.O. Hume, a retired British official in India, he played a leading role in the formation of the Congress, which means he is the one who propounded the idea to form the Indian National Congress. Okay, so barely a week after a session ended, the Calcutta newspaper, the Indian Mirror, wrote the first National Congress at Bombay forms an important chapter in the history of British rule in India. The day on which it opened, namely 28th December 1885, will form a red letter day in the annals of the national progress of the native races. So INC was formed in the year of 1885, the first meeting held at Bombay, with 72 delegates. The first president of the Congress, W.C. Banerjee, Umesh Chandra Banerjee. The objective of the Congress, as stated by him, were to bring all the leaders together from the different parts of the country, to remove all possible prejudices of race, religion and region, and they wanted to discuss important problems faced by the country, and to decide on what activity the Indian leaders are supposed to take. The Congress passed 9 resolutions which demanded the British changes in the policy, and also they wanted reform in the administration. That is the intention of INC was started during the time period of 1885. Now we'll look into the aim and objective of the Congress. Promotion of the friendship among the countrymen, because everybody in India was divided. They wanted to come up with the promotion of countrymanship, and also development and consolidation of feeling of national unity. Irrespective of race, caste, religion and the provinces, everybody in India is supposed to unite each other under one banner. Formation of popular demands and presentation before the government through the petition. Whatever the current issues which is going in India, they wanted to go and complain to the British in the form of petitions. Training and organization of the public opinion. As of now, so far until 1885, there is no public opinion were taken, and here training and organization of the public opinion also considered. Consolidation of sentiments of the national unity. The nationalism concept supposed to build among the people of India. That is the intention of forming this party. Recording of the opinions of educated classes on pressing problems. Laying down lines for future course of action in the public interest. What can be done for the public in the future. So these are all the aim and objective of INC. Now we'll see the important Congress session in the history. Okay, from 1885 till 1947, Congress session happened. But we need to select which one is important from your examination point of view. Okay, 1885 is the first Congress session at Bombay, W.C. Banerjee. The significance is first time formation happened in the name of INC. 1886, Calcutta, Dadabhai Nauroji is the president, second session of INC. 1887, Madras, Syed Badruddin Tyabji. The significance here is the first Muslim president of the Indian National Congress session. 1888, Allahabad, George Ulay is the first English president. 1896, Calcutta, Rahimatullah Sayani. Why this Calcutta Congress session is important? The national song Vande Mataram sung for the first time by Rabindranath Tagore. 1899 Lucknow Congress session, R.C. Dutt, Ramesh Chandra Dutt, first time demand for the permanent fixation of the land revenue. 1901 Congress session at Calcutta, Dinshahi Vacha, first ever the Gandhiji appeared on the Congress platform. 1905 Benares Congress session, Gopala Krishna Gokhale, formal proclamation of Swadeshi movement against the government. So 1906 Calcutta Congress session presided by Dadabhai Nauroji. This session had adopted 4 resolutions, that is Swaraj, self-government status to Indian, boycott movement, boycotting all the foreign goods, Swadeshi, adopting the Indian-made goods, and national education. Okay, boycotting the government schools and college, adoption of the national school and national college. 1907 Surat split. Okay, Rash Behari Ghosh. Split in Congress because moderates and extremists had a different opinion in terms of their ideology. Because moderates doesn't want to launch Swadeshi movement, but extremists wanted to go for Swadeshi movement. That differences in Indian National Congress got a split. That is called Surat split in the year of 1907. 1910 Allahabad, Sir William Wedderburn. Muhammad Ali Jinnah publicly rejected the separate electorate system introduced by the Act of 1909. 1911 Calcutta Congress session, Biyandar, first time Janagana Mana or national anthem was recited in the Congress session. 1915 Bombay Congress session, Satyendra Sinha, first time the constitution of the Congress was altered to admit the delegates from extremist session. 1916 Lucknow Congress session, A.C. Majumdar is the president, and this session the split happened, right? So they again joined together and there is a pact signed, okay, between the Muslim and Hindus, which is popularly known as Hindu-Muslim unity, okay, right? Lucknow Pact. 1917 Calcutta Congress session, Annie Besant, first woman president of the Congress session. 1918 Bombay, Syed Azan Imam, the first session was called upon to discuss the Montague-Chelmsford reform, okay. 1919 Amritsar, Motilal Nehru, Congress extended the support to Khilafat movement. 1920 Nagpur, C. V. Vijay Raghavacharya, reconstitution of working committee on Congress on the linguistic basis. There Muhammad Ali Jinnah left the INC as well. 1920 special session at Calcutta presided by Lala Lajpati Rai. Mahatma Gandhi moved the non-cooperation resolution. 1922 Gaya Congress session, Chitraranjan Das, C.R. Das and other leaders left INC and formation of Swaraj party to enter into the councils. 1924 Belgaum, Mahatma Gandhi only session presided over by Papu. 1925 Kanpur, Sarojini Naidu, first woman president. 27 Madras, M.A. Ansari, there was a resolution passed against the using of Indian troops in China, Iran and Mesopotamia. A resolution was passed boycotting the Simon Commission, adoption of resolution on the Purna Swaraj. 1929 Lahore Congress session under Jawaharlal Nehru, Purna Swaraj resolution was passed, and earlier it's a snap resolution, means small resolution. Here the complete resolution passed for the Purna Swaraj. Purna Swaraj means complete independence. Indians doesn't want any kind of Swaraj, they wanted complete independence. It was decided that 26th January was to be observed as Independence Day. Okay, 26th January 1930 was observed as the first Independence Day in the history of India. 1931 Karachi Congress session, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, okay, to endorse the Gandhi and Irwin Pact. So Gandhi nominated to be presenting INC in the second roundtable conference which happened in London. 1934 Bombay, Dr. Rajendra Prasad, the constitution of Congress got amended. Okay. 1937 Faizpur, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, first session to be held in village, Faizpur. 1938 Haripura, Subhash Chandra Bose, National Planning Committee was set up under Jawaharlal Nehru. Tripura 1939, Subhash Chandra Bose was elected as the president, but there is an ideological clash. But he resigned. Then Rajendra Prasad took the presidency. Subhash Chandra Bose came out and he formed the Forward Bloc Party. 1946, Meerut, the last session before independence by J.B. Kripalani, and he was the president of INC during the independence time. Okay, so these are all the major Congress session. Related to the event only, you need to remember all these years. For example, Belgaum Congress session, only session presided by Mahatma Gandhi. Annie Besant is the first woman president. Sarojini Naidu is the first Indian woman president, and also Subhash Chandra Bose, which Congress session president. So in these areas, you may expect question from the Indian National Congress sessions. Now the moderates. The Indian national movement categorized into three parts: 1885 to 1905, popularly known as moderates; from 1905 to 1915, popularly known as extremists; and 1916 to 1947, popularly known as Gandhian era. This is the three stage of our Indian national movement. So 1885 to 1905, the complete affairs of the Indian National Congress were dominated by the moderates. They were Indians but British in taste, intellect, opinion and morality. They had loyal towards the British, and they got more trust over the sense of British justice. They believed in the patience, steadiness, conciliation and union. And just read this particular point. All the popular leaders comes under the category of moderates. What is the demand? Okay, they wanted approach the British only based on the writing petitions, doing public meetings, demonstration, pamphlets, likewise leaflets, likewise. So they wanted extension of legislative council, where the popular control of the administration. They wanted expansion of legislative council and inclusion of Indian members as well. Legislation means law-making process. Removal of restriction on freedom of press and speech. Freedom of press and freedom of speech supposed to enjoy by each and every Indians. Abolition of Arms Act. Because Arms Act, Indians supposed to keep the arms means they need to get license. But the British or English people, there is no need of keeping license for their arms. Okay, so this felt that's a discrimination. So they wanted to abolishment of the Arms Act. Separation of judiciary from executive. There should be no interference of executive in the judiciary. Okay, each supposed to be independence. Supporter of democracy and nationalism. Exploitative relation of British could be exempted, because British always focusing on exploiting the resource of our country. Achievements. What achievements which made by moderates? They represented the most aggressive forces of the time, which transformed the Indian political notion, because all the forces now here converted in terms of fighting against the British legally. That is the first achievement. They succeeded to burn the flame of political awareness and leadership among the lower middle class and intelligentsia. They spread the idea of democracy, of civil liberty, and also this helped to lay the foundation of the national movement in India by different leaders. So this is moderates. Next, extremists from 1905. Okay, three popular personalities: Lal, Bal and Pal. And to that, Ghosh. Lala Lajpat Rai, Bal Gangadhar Tilak, Bipin Chandra Pal and Aurobindo Ghosh. These leaders were extremists because they believed the success could be achieved only through the bold means. There is no need of approaching the British the way which moderates doing. Okay, they were called extremists. Okay, now the reason for the rise of extremism. There was an act passed in the year of 1892, the failure of moderates to win any notable success. Only one success, increasing in number of legislative council member from Indians under the Indian Council Act of 1892. That is the only achievement which made by the moderates. And there is a great famine and plague happened in the year of 1896 to 97. In this time, the British only focusing on the exploitative policy in terms of providing some relief funds to the Indians. So the economic condition of people become worse. Color discrimination Indians in the South Africa. The Russo-Japanese War in the year of 1904 to 1905. Here, the small island Japan got victory over the vast Russian Empire that encouraged Indians to come up with the national awakening. Okay, so these are all the reasons behind rise of extremism in India. So, as I told you, Balagangadhar Tilak was popularly known as Lokamanya. Okay, his weekly, which is known as the Kesari, written in Hindi. Okay, and revolutionary weapon to attack the rule of British. He always uses his newspaper writings to attack them. And in 1916, he set up Home Rule League movement at Pune, and he is the one who gave a popular slogan name called Swaraj is my birthright and I will have it. Lala Lajpat Rai, popularly known as Lion of Punjab, he played an important role in the Swadeshi movement. He came up with the famous slogan name called Go Back Simon. When Simon Commission came to India, he organized a great demonstration where he introduced the slogan name called Go Back Simon. Bipin Chandrapal is like moderate only, but he turned into extremist. He played an important role in terms of writings. Okay, he spread his ideas of nationalism through the book and speech in the nook and corner of India. Okay, Aurobindo Ghosh, he was another extremist leader. He took active participation in India in the Swadeshi movement, and also he is the one who popularized passive resistance. Passive resistance means Satyagraha. He is the one who popularized this ideology. So, partition of Bengal. Okay, during the year 1905, okay, the Viceroy of India, Lord Curzon, planned to do partition of Bengal. So, Bengal now divided into two parts. Dhaka as the capital, which is popularly known as East Bengal. Okay, Calcutta as the capital, which is popularly known as West Bengal. Okay, so during this 1905 and all, the nationalism became more popular because maximum amount of leaders who fought for the independence, particularly in the Indian national movement, they belong to Bengal only. To reduce the nationalism contribution from the Bengal, the British decided to do the partition. First partition which made by the British authority. Okay, so to break through the strength of Bengali nationalism, since Bengal was the base of Indian nationalism, to divide the Hindus and Muslims in Bengal only, Lord Curzon did this particular partition. But what is the exact reason given by the British authority for the partition is around 70 million people are living in this region. It is not possible for us to do the administration. That is the reason behind partition of Bengal. Okay, so based on the theory, we'll discuss a few questions. Who was the Viceroy of India during the first Congress session in the year of 1885? Okay, Lord Dufferin is the Viceroy of India during the first Indian National Congress session, 1885. In which Congress session the Indian National Congress split into two parts, such moderates and extremists. Okay, Surat split, Surat Congress session. Okay, which year the partition of Bengal was made by Lord Curzon? 1905. 1905 Bengal was partitioned. 1911 is the annulment of Bengal. Annulment of Bengal means the divided Bengal united each other. Who was the first Englishman to the president of INC? William Wedderburn. Okay, William Wedderburn is the first Englishman to the president of INC. Who was the Englishman help Indians to form INC? It's easy. A.O. Hume. Alan Octavian Hume. In which Congress session Purna Swaraj or Complete Independence Resolution was formed? Lahore Congress session, 1929. Okay, so practice more number of questions because you will have a lot of factual information here in this chapter. Okay, so we'll see you in the next session. Thank you.